So as we were talking about, she needs to spend less than or equal to $40 on materials, any more than. That's as much money as she wants to spend. So it's got to be total expenditure less than or equal to 40. Next is just a matter of hours. It takes her 1 hour to sew a pair of small gloves. That's 1S. You do not need that 1 to be there. Okay, it does not have to be there. I write it there because that's what the problem says. But again, no number out front indicates an invisible 1. It takes her 2 hours to sew a pair of large gloves. And she has at most 16 hours. So this is actually less than or equal to on both of these equations. Okay. So we're done here, and we're reading, we're double checking. Nowhere does it ask you to find a solution. Okay, we don't have to find a solution. It's on the next one. So this is another just where you had to set up the system of linear inequalities. Okay. What this would look like would be 2 lines, both shaded underneath, and you would look at the area that was acceptable. Okay. Number 22, you are going to have to solve for something. And you see that in the second part of the problem where it says find a possible solution for his project. I'm going to show you a couple ways to do that. Okay. First off, though, we have to set up our equations. We read through. He's redoing some floors with carpet and hardwood, so there's our distinctive differences. Okay. Wants these to cover at least 1,500 square feet of his total basement. Carpet's $450, hardwood's $825, has $9,000 left in the budget. I see a lot of money being thrown around, so I'm thinking that's one of my equations. Tomorrow on this problem, it'll tell you in the directions to let X be carpet and Y be hardwood. It'll tell you that tomorrow. I just forgot to put it in on this one. I was kind of combining all these things in together. Okay. So write a system of linear inequalities for the situation. Let's do the money one first. It just stood out to me and probably to most of you first. $450 for carpet plus $825 for hardwood. And he has $9,000 left in the budget. That doesn't mean he has to spend the entire budget. Okay. But he cannot go over that, meaning we need to be less than or equal to $9,000. The only other piece of information given was that he wants to cover at least 1,500 square feet. That means total just carpet on its own plus total hardwood all on its own needs to be greater than or equal to 1,500. Now, one way that I do these problems if I'm looking for a possible solution is I think about the constraints. Okay? And you can come up with an answer just by thinking about the constraints. So let's talk about what I mean by that. Well, he needs to cover at least 1,500 square feet. So let's just cover 1,500 square feet. And if I'm just covering 1,500 square feet and trying to stay under $9,000, then I would realistically choose the lowest amount possible, the carpet, $4.50, because I know if I choose the lowest cost per square foot, and I cover the minimum amount of square feet, that I will stay under budget. In other words, you could say, okay, well, we're going to cover 1,500 square feet of carpet, no square footage of hardwood. Doesn't sound very nice, but it would work. And I'm thinking that would work. Well, let's test it. 1,500 plus 0 is greater than or equal to 1,500 because it's equal to it. Well, let's try the other one. What if it's $4.50 and we're covering 1,500 square feet? We're adding that to $825. But we're not covering any of that. We're hoping this comes out to be less than $9,000. And it was. So our solution worked. The other way to do it is with Desmos. If we hop over into our computers, okay, we go to Desmos. In particular, we want this Georgia graphing one. Okay. And we can type in both of our equations. The first one was $4.50 plus $825, and that's X and Y respectively, is less than or equal to 9,000. I'm now sitting down at my computer to do this, so if the volume is a little bit off, I apologize. 450X plus 825Y. That needs to be less than or equal to 9,000. And then X plus Y needs to be greater than or equal to 1,500. We just see a big block of red. That's because we got to zoom out. Think how high these numbers are that we're dealing with. Okay, and now I see a double shaded region down here in the bottom right. And what do you know? There's our answer that we went with, 1,500, 0. Now, I would like to remind you guys that you have to pick from positive, in other words, quadrant number 1 answers. Because if you went down here and told me, oh, he wants, 2,000 feet of carpet, because that was X, and negative 200 feet of hardwood, I'd be like, well, you can't have negative feet of hardwood. All right. So please make sure you choose something viable in this double shaded region in the positive sections. So you could go all the way up and you could just say 900, 600. Okay. You could do what I did, which was choose the cheapest option possible, 1,500 square feet of just carpet. You could choose the most carpet possible, 2,000. You could choose a nice little mix, 1,400 square feet of carpet, 200 square feet of hardwood, 1,200 of carpet, 1,400 of hardwood. Okay, or 400 of hardwood. Lots of different options for what to write as a solution here. Lots of different options. Okay, so yes, my solution worked. There were plenty of others that I just identified. This will be graded according to all possible right answers. So don't worry about, oh, if I didn't put the answer that he put, I'll analyze all answers given. Also, you will get this problem tomorrow separately from the rest of the test. You'll turn in number 1 through 21. You'll be given number 22 afterwards on a separate sheet of paper, and that is because you will be allowed to use Desmos on it. Okay? You'll be able to do what I just did right there.